Hey there, it's Karen Wright, your local Wichita real estate agent. Hey, we're about to go live here. Give it a couple minutes, and I have been trying to do these live starts, trying to figure out a date and time to do these on a weekly basis, kind of do market updates, come out with the schedule. So I think today we're trying 10 o'clock Monday. Next week, I might move it to 11 o'clock. Not sure yet. I'm still trying to figure out what works. I was trying to do later in the afternoons, but my energy is better in the morning. So I might continue these earlier in the morning. So anyway, with that today, I just wanted to go. We got the newest statistics out for the MLS South Central Kansas. So I'm going to be bringing those up, showing the charts more in detail today. And also I want to start out with a little bit of just the market update of what I'm seeing. So with that, let me go ahead and pull up this one chart to go over, but this is before we go into the MLS statistics. Let's see. Here is something. Okay. So I think I got that on there. Let me make it a little bit bigger. So this was something I saw that kind of was interesting and kind of shows the market a little bit and how it's different from 6 months ago. And it's kind of in a pros and cons format. But I'm definitely seeing this information too. And of course, I'll follow it up by statistics as soon as we get. So that'll be the next step after we go over. And if you have any questions, write question in the section below so I can look at that and answer that in the comments below. But pros, the difference is, it's houses are staying on the market longer at this point. So of course there's better negotiating ability. As you can see, obviously the biggest con is higher rates, and that is why houses are staying on the market longer. Buyers are kind of sitting out because usually I find through the end of the year, it stays fairly steady. I mean, slower. It's not the big, huge, season of the summer in the warmer months, but they're still steady through December. January and February tend to be pretty cold, but houses still sell. But right now we're seeing days on the market are increasing. I believe it's 7 when we get to that. I'll show you that. But the higher rates is definitely keeping the buyers at bay. So with that, all the negotiations are back to more of a somewhat normal, unlike the summer where you couldn't ask for anything. You were going over asking 10, 20, 30, 40, and even higher. I mean, I know the big cities, the coastal cities are up at 100K and over, but we're about the 10, 20-ish, 30, possibly 40. I even heard 100K one, and that offer didn't even get it. So nowadays, seller is definitely back to paying closing costs, negotiating closing costs. Of course, the big thing, which I'm not going to talk about here, is the buy down rate. I might get a lender on in a week or two to give more details on that. Sellers definitely paying for repairs. We're doing you're able to negotiate now, asking for repairs. Seller is definitely paying for the improvements on the home. I mean, I've had a situation where a roof was paid for recently. What was the other one? Closing costs were helped with, and that was in lieu of some repairs, so they can do the repairs on their own. And then another one where all my houses in the summertime were just going, really quickly. They're definitely sitting on the market right now. So a seller is paying for repairs and improvements. Price negotiation, in the summer, it was multiple offers going over asking. Of course, that's house dependent, but anything that's in a decent price range and decent, and of course the upgraded houses, huge numbers of offers went on those. Everybody wants the updated HGTV. People don't want to take the time to fix up houses, but in the summer, the clean, meticulous houses were going quickly. Even just the clean, older houses were going quickly, multiple offers. Right now, we are seeing that price reductions. Again, I'm doing that on my listings. You're paying less than the asking price. So buyers now can go back and asking, lower than the price. And then they couldn't, back in the summerish times. We're not waiving inspections. I know I had a buyer buy one where they had to, literally cross off and waive the inspection, even though they just wanted to do one. They just couldn't do one, and they wanted to, they were do it after, but it was negotiated off that, and that was about a year ago. Inspections, negotiation, we talked about that up here. People have time to think now. They don't have to call their offer, get the offer signed by midnight that night in order to have it turned in. Contingency contracts have been in place now for about a month or 2 or 3. So we are starting to see contingencies back. Well, and a lot of contingencies at this point. So, and then longer contract to close. I'm not necessarily seeing that. I just kind of think of that as more of like, you still can negotiate that. I'm still typically seeing 30 days, but it can be negotiated versus seller dictating what is going on. So that's just kind of showing, what was happening during the heyday versus the last month, 2, 3, where the higher rates have definitely come into play. So with that, I'm going to switch back and let's go to, the, let's see. Here's the monthly. Okay, so this is what I want to talk about today. This is the MLS statistics for October 2022, and I got a bunch of charts here. I'll just kind of show you quick. So we'll get to the nice, pretty visuals, easier to keep track of. But yeah, basically, to give you the nuts and bolts, the housing market fell last month to 766 units compared to over 1,000, and that's going from a year ago. Median sales price was at 217,000, so that's up from 185,000 a year ago. So the one thing about these is we're looking at a year prior. We're not looking at last month. So I do have a Excel chart I'll bring up here in a bit, just to show what last month and the month before, because a lot of times I know I like to look at it just what happened month before that. So September, August, July. But yeah, so it's falling because of interest rates. Again, like I said earlier, buyers are sitting longer, taking, kind of waiting to see what the market's going to do to an extent. So that fell to 760 from 1,000, and we're even down from the total sales volume. I kept seeing that going up all the many months, but yeah, this time that's even down. Median sale price, like I said, is 217, up from 185. Homes that sold, and this is the date that I was looking to see because I know they're sitting at the average number. Now we look at the median on most because it's a better reflection of what's really happening in our market. But the average is showing at 19 days, about 3 weeks, where the median is 7 days. Because a lot of houses are still going, in the good price ranges are still going fairly quickly. The ranch styles that everybody wants. Might take a 2-story a little bit longer, or a patio home, because it's 2-story homes tend to go to the younger generation. Patio homes tend to go to the older generation. So, when I'm kind of looking at the 7 days on market, I'm looking at the median houses, maybe in the areas where the 200K houses are that, in good condition, they're going 7 days. But it was most of the summer, we were looking at that at 3 days. So it is increasing again. That goes back to the issue of inflation and the interest rates rising. And so the payments are going lower. It's costing people more to buy a home. Could be increasing their payment for many hundreds of dollars, $300, $400, $500, even $1,000, depends what the price point is. And so active listings, hey, here, let's go to a good note. Active listings is up to 1195 from 1,000, a little over 1,000. So we're seeing 1.3 months supply of homes. So that is great. We're saying 0.5, 0.6 during the summer months, so half a month. So that's again just led to the frenzy and the lower interest rates at that time. We are getting some more listings back on the market. So that's a good note. Median list price was about 286,000. And so let's go to some of the, again, this kind of shows some nice charts here. Home sales were at 766, so you can see it's down 23%, about 24%. That is huge. So, and that's what, of course, going to make days on market longer. But we're looking at, with the listings increasing, so here's last year was a little over 1,000. We're about 1,100 right now. So that's a 17% increase. And it's nice to see, a year ago, we're at 1 month supply, which is decent because, again, over the summer, we were at 0.5, 0.6. now that we're at 1.3 months supply. Although new listings that doesn't look good in this regard from a year ago. It doesn't look good. 872 from a year ago. So let's go down to, here's the average, but I like to look at the median. It's better reflection. So median sale price, again, we're saying 185 to 217. 6 days on market, houses sold 7, and they are still selling at about 100%. So they are still selling about at list price. Again, we're talking median. And so October, here we go. Let's go down here. Let's see history of closed listings. Here's a nice where we can see the last months. Okay, so this is kind of what you want to look at. So this, we're talking about closed listings. We're at 766, so it's down from the month before, 923. Down from that, although July was kind of a low month. So that just kind of, and if you want to take a little glance here to just see, in 2022, we're in the blue here. So it just, you just red 2020, red with COVID, it went down. Last year, and kind of went, but this one just going straight down. And really that's the reason for that is, inflation and the increase in interest rates. So buyers are, and here's a fun fact. Here's fun just to look at the closed listings by price range. You can see 200 to 250 has the majority, 16%. Although 3 to 400,000, basically 3 to 399. So big chunk of them between the 200 and 400,000. Then of course you have the million, which are always fun to look at. We have 4 of those for sale. And it's always kind of fun. But yeah, the bulk of it is 200 to 400 in this town. And month supply, days on market, the $1 million ones are, 46 days on market. So this is just a price range on showing, oh, I'm sorry, here's the average. Let's go to the median days on market. So 14 versus the 7 to 8, 7, 11 or 8 days on market where the bulk of the sale, because 124 and the 200, 250, 250 to 300, you have 100 that are on the market right now, or in the month of October, and 116. So again, just let's see, average price. Let's go to the median price. So this is blue, as you can see. We definitely increased, this, and it's still high. It's still high for now, even though the market is slowing down. Buyers are sitting on the way. The price is still high, and that's why I get the question from buyers. Is it a good time to buy? And all the experts are saying that it's going to appreciate and continue to appreciate, not like it did this past year or this year, but we're looking at in Wichita about a 4% appreciation for 2023 from a national average. They're looking at a 2.5% appreciation. Those just kind of give you the different what the experts are saying or predicting at this point. So looking that they will still appreciate to where, I get the questions, oh, is the bottom going to fall out because people paid so much extra money? Yeah, now it's always a case by case situation, but and then just, again, peek over here, 217, 210 was the median price, 215, but then last year you can see we were in the 100 still. Only one was listed at 200. Now we're getting into a couple, 220, 220, 215, 210, 217. So you can see that appreciation, and we'll see what November and December bring. Here's the average days on market. Well, again, we typically look at the median. You're looking at, so it's definitely, so yeah, where things were selling so quickly here. And to be honest, things would basically sell in the same day, except that, you wanted to get the multiple offers, so you keep it open a couple days so everybody can come in. Then you get, to get as many offers as you possibly could. So by the time you actually put it under contract, it was a couple days, like 3. But yeah, look at 333, and now it's increasing 7. And gosh, with if interest rates, I would still expect this to be higher. And I know they're expecting to increase it again in December. Interest rates is what the prediction is as of right now. So at least, like, again, it's getting more time to view, and negotiations are coming back into play. So good for buyers and sellers. It's the sellers, it was even hard, even though they were getting the best profit in the summertime from their sales, they couldn't turn around. And then I heard this from again and again and again, they couldn't turn around and buy a place because it was difficult for them to. They learned from the sale of their house, but on how to write a great offer. But again, it took them, it's like it was hard to sell a home if it's going to be hard to go purchase a home. So getting this balanced market back is, to a degree, better for everyone to a degree. Okay, so here we've got, this is listings. Okay, so this is from the listing standpoint. This is not we talked earlier about the sale, but the 215 to 286. Median days on market, 25 for the listing. So we know the listings have been tough lately. Luckily, this is looking better, that they're increasing, and we are seeing the listings increase. Here's the active listings. So on a good note, we are getting more listings. Look at this. So this is why the market was so difficult. We're way under 1,000. And so luckily, on a good note, 1195, and hopefully this keeps going. The builders are building like crazy. I hope they keep the quality up. It's my only concern, because they are. So, and that went down there. So we'll see what this holds. But yeah, on a good note, active listings are increasing. We're in the blue market here. So like, again, good to see. Look at how low it was here, but good to see this increasing. So we have more on the market. Active listings by price range. Let's see, we've got here 3 to 400. We're at 20%. That looks like the biggest price point. Although we've got $28 million and up. Average price. Let's go to the median price, and this is of listings. So again, this is listings. This is earlier we talked about median price of the sold properties. This is of listings. So this can include new builds and everything like that, and 286. So again, it's getting out. 284 was here, but it keeps popping up. The median price is increasing on listings. Average days on market. Here's the month supply. So this is great to see this bigger number. So, going back to 2020, where we had some decent, it's over a month supply. Here, very little, and then very little. So 1.3. So let's hope to get that going back up. And anyway, kind of talking about the same stuff here. So yeah, this new listings by month, new listings by price range. And these are new listings, I believe, that came on the market in that month. So we'll kind of leave it at that. Contracts written, that just kind of shows future business. To see what the next couple months will show. Entire MLS. And this is for the entire MLS. A lot of times I pull the Sedgwick County, so I can pull. Let me go ahead and get off this one. Yeah, I can pull the Sedgwick County, Sumner, Butler, any of those, because obviously those are different numbers. I used to pull Sedgwick County specifically, but this time I kind of wanted to go over the entire MLS. So anyway, that's kind of what we're seeing in the market right now. The open houses I've been doing, a lot fewer people are coming through right now. Hence yesterday, though, was probably because there was a Chiefs game on. So that kind of stopped it for the first hour of it. So if you have any questions on any of this, next week I plan to talk about new builds. I'm going to go over the Parade of Homes booklet, just to kind of show they got some great maps in there, how you can use that, and interviewing different builders and how I go about that with clients as well. So I'm going to kind of talk about that next week. And I'll try to bring our lender here that's in-house, Sierra Pacific, and see if she'll come on me at one point and talk about all the buy down stuff that they're talking about. So anyways, again, give me a holler if you have any questions. My numbers are in YouTube, in the description below, and all of that. So hope you found this helpful. See you in the next one.